So contracts today. These guys and these guys got some stuff done. And so did Tampa and Fast. Got signed by the Rangers. Let's go ahead and get this microphone all set up. So let's go through these. Jesper Fast gets signed by the Rangers. 1.85 million cap hit, 3 years, 5.55 altogether. That's fine. Jake Dotchin, 2 years, 812K. Maybe I don't see it. I'm surprised he got 2 years. I'm not a big fan of Dotchin. I don't even know if he's NHL caliber. I guess Tampa Bay figures he is. We'll see. I know his style of play has angered a lot of hockey fans. The one I had to laugh at, though, and I admit I kind of sniggered, was when I saw Alex Galchenyuk got $4.9 million as his cap hit, and he got a 3-year deal out of Montreal. So I don't see him leaving Montreal. And I snickered because, you know, I've heard Montreal fans saying, well, he's not going to get more than $5 million. You're right. He didn't get more than $5 million. He got $4.9 million. And it's for 3 years, and honestly, Montreal would be crazy to trade him. You have to give Galchenyuk and Drouin a chance to play together, because with Radulov gone, there just isn't an option. The loss of Radulov is bad enough. You add Galchenyuk, even if you're bringing back a mobile defenseman, it's just not worth it. They really need to get Markov back now. Figure it out. Make it happen. The other one that I found interesting was Zach Hyman gets 4 years, $2.25 million. I like Zach Hyman. I think he's a good forward, and I think he's a good guy for Toronto. And yet, to me, that just, for some reason, it seems a little high. And 4 years seems a bit long. And again, I could be completely wrong. And if Zach shows this coming season what he showed last year, and he shows a little bit more scoring touch, this is a bargain of a contract. But there's some risk here. I don't think they'd have a problem moving him if they had to. Like, let's just say that he bombs out this year. I don't think they'd have a problem moving that contract. But I'm kind of surprised by the amount and by the term. The Galchenyuk deal, though, that has to rule out any chance of Montreal trading him. I just can't see it. Now, of course, the big question mark that's still out there is Leon Draisaitl. So what do these hits do to Draisaitl? Does that bring Draisaitl's asking price down? Does it stay the same? There's been no talk about what's going to happen there. Yeah, Galchenyuk filed for salary arbitration, and of course got signed right away. So here's the guys going for salary arbitration. In Arizona, it's Jordan Martinook. Boston, Ryan Spooner. Buffalo, Nathan Beaulieu. Johan Larsson and Robin Lehner. Calgary's Michael Furland. Colorado, Matt Nieto. Detroit, Thomas Tatar. Edmonton, Joey LaLeggia. Kevin Gravel in LA. Minnesota, Michael Granlund and Nino Niederreiter. Nashville, Victor Arvidsson, Merrick Mazanek, and Austin Watson. The Islanders, Calvin DeHaan. The Rangers, Mika Zibanejad. Ottawa, Ryan Dzingel and John Gabriel Pajot. Pittsburgh, Brian Dumoulin and Connor Sheary. St. Louis, Colton Parayko. Tampa, Tyler Johnson and Andre Palat. Vancouver, Reed Boucher and Michael Chaput. Vegas Golden Knights, Nate Schmidt. Winnipeg, Connor Hellebuyck. So those are the guys going to salary arbitration. Now, for newer hockey fans, or for hockey fans who've forgotten, let's get into what salary arbitration is. So I did a quick look up here. Process used by restricted free agents, and it's used to settle contract disputes between teams and players. The cases are heard in late July and early August, so there's going to be a wait before we find out what's going to go on with some of these guys. But teams and players will still negotiate until arbitration. Believe me, players don't like this process, and neither do general managers and owners. They don't enjoy it. Teams can also ask for salary arbitration, but a player can be taken to arbitration only once in his career and can never receive less than 85% of his previous year's salary. There are no such restrictions on the number of times a player can ask for arbitration or the size of salary awarded. A decision must be made within 48 hours. Decision must be made within 48 hours of the hearing. When the decision is announced, the team has the right to decline or walk away from the award. And if they walk away from the award, the player is an unrestricted free agent. And that does happen. The player's overall statistics in previous seasons can be used. Injuries, illnesses, and number of games played can be used. Player's length of service with the team and in the NHL is used. The player's overall contribution to the team's success or failure. The team's special qualities of leadership or public appeal. The performance and salary of any player alleged to be comparable. Evidence that is not admissible. The salary and performance of a comparable player who signed a contract as an unrestricted free agent. Testimonials, video, and media reports. The financial state of the team, the salary cap, and the team's overall payroll. Salary arbitration is ugly. It is ugly. And players don't like going through it. Teams don't like going through it. It can lead to a lot of bitterness. Because here's the thing. So you're a GM. Guy's taking you to arbitration. You're offering him $3 million. Guy wants $5 million. You go before a judge. And the arbiter picks your side or their side. So they're getting $3 million or they're getting $5 million. And this is why players and GMs will sit down between now and arbitration dates and try to hash this out. Because as the GM, I have to argue why that player isn't worth $5 million. And I will truck out his injury list. I will truck out things he's done personally that I think's dragged the team down and caused us to fail. I will bring up anything and everything that I feel will win my case. He, on the other hand, gets to prop himself up and he has to argue against my points. And they get ugly. They absolutely get ugly. There are arbitration instances that do get ugly, and I'm sure you guys know about them. Let me just look one up for a second here. Yeah, you look at PK Subban, I had to look it up, and yeah, it was an arbitration deal. So they had to negotiate a contract, and they didn't like it. Montreal never liked that contract they signed with PK. But they had a choice between signing that long-term contract. Let's see here. Subban and the Canadiens agreed to terms on an 8-year contract reportedly worth $72 million one day after an arbitration hearing between the sides had Montreal fans in a panic for about 24 hours that the team's top defenseman might eventually leave town. The arbiter's ruling on how much Subban would be awarded on a 1-year contract was due Sunday, but the sides got together on Saturday to make sure it didn't come to that. It's not easy to negotiate an 8-year deal like this, and ultimately that's what both sides have wanted, Subban said. Friday, going through the arbitration hearing, it's a part of the process, and it's part of learning, and it's part of the game, and it's a part of the collective bargaining agreement. So we followed every step in terms of the process, and that was part of it. I've always felt strong about being a Montreal Canadian, and I never thought I would wind up anywhere else. The idea of Subban possibly winding up somewhere else created a near hysterical buzz in Montreal on Friday, with social and traditional media speculating on what the ramifications of an arbitration hearing could be. So, if you got a player who's going to arbitration, it can get ugly. And those bad feelings can carry over. And there's all kinds of speculation in regards to PK Subban, but that arbitration hearing didn't help. Did not help the relationship between the ownership, management, and PK. And it wasn't long after that, and he was off to Nashville. They did not want to give him $9 million a year. They did not want to give him that contract. They were not impressed with it. Montreal fans were very happy when he was signed. There may have been a few dissenting voices about it. But needless to say, in the end he ended up in Nashville. And watch these arbitration hearings. Watch a lot of these contracts get settled. Let me know which one you guys think actually will go to arbitration. Which one has a chance to get ugly? Because Galchenyuk, as soon as he's like, I'm going to go to arbitration, Montreal's like, nah, no. Maybe Subban's part of the reason why. Maybe Radulov going to Dallas is part of the reason why. Or maybe both. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. And hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow. And I'll be recording early tomorrow because I got stuff to do tomorrow. And it's going to take me out of the house. So thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the new set, as it were. It's still in process. There's other stuff to put up and other stuff to do, but it's a start. All hail Cthulhu. And with that, I bid you good night.